I think they've got a lot of energy. We've had 2 good weeks of training. I think everybody's really excited about this game.
For sure. And, your attitude from the jump has been win and get in with this, not worrying about anything else. You know, in order to do that against this Houston team, what are some of the sort of key factors for that specific matchup?
Yeah, I think it's important that we're smart, really smart with opening up against this team because they're lethal on the counter, but they're also really good in possession. They like to drag you out of position. So we've worked on some things along those lines over the last 2 weeks, and then we also worked on how we're going to break them down as well. So
for sure, Zach and Christian obviously coming off the injury report. How good is it going to be, regardless of, their different levels of availability to sort of have a mostly full squad heading into that game?
yeah, I think obviously those players are very important players to us. So having them available is really good for us. It adds adds obviously depth, but also different dynamics with each player, each of those 2 players.
For sure.
All right, we'll go to questions on Zoom. I'm sorry. Fook, go ahead. Oh, shoot.
Hi, Miles. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. How much has your time meant to you as head coach? And then obviously you get to end the season at home in front of the fans and a chance to clinch a playoff spot.
Yeah, I think it's it goes back to the importance of this game. And when we started this 9-10 game stretch of what our target was, and that was to make the playoffs. And now we're in a position as a group to do that, and we want to take full advantage of that. That's a pretty exciting spot to be in right now in front of your home fans.
Jeremy, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. There are still 3 players who are on international duty this week. How do they plan to factor into Saturday's match?
They're factoring in. They'll be available. We're excited to have them back. They'll be rested and ready to go for Saturday.
Thanks. And just one more about Sebastian Blanco. His future is still undecided with his contract about to run out. How is he preparing for what could be his last game at Providence Park?
Seba's always prepared for every game, and so we're as the rest of the team is, we're excited to perform in front of our home fans and get into the playoffs.
Sam, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Like you said, chance to make the playoffs. Not only just make the playoffs, but if you win on Saturday, clinches that number 7 spot. You avoid the play-in game, go directly into the first round. How important is that for the squad to kind of go into that first round and not have to worry about potentially that midweek game? If you finish one of those 8 or 9 spots.
Yeah, I think we would obviously don't want to play in a wild card game, although we'll be fine. But any 3-game series against any opponent in the West, we like our chances. We're healthy now. Our roster's healthy, and these guys are ready to go. We have so many experienced players on this roster and playoff ready. Our roster is playoff built, so. The importance of this game, obviously, with the result, and we'll be flying into the playoffs.
Thanks. And just one more question. There's some similarities between where the team is now on decision day versus last season as well. Similar situation, needing to win and get in. Obviously, last year it didn't go the way that y'all wanted. Is that in the back of your mind at all, kind of being part of both of those teams, of going into this one knowing that this is kind of, in a way, setting up for a bit of redemption for this team after 2022?
I've been a part of many different ways of getting in the playoffs, so I try to just focus on what we're going to do on Saturday. Obviously, we're this moment is in front of our home fans, where it's going to be very exciting for our players. It was, last year was more difficult on the road trying to get in, in Salt Lake, but this year it's in front of our home fans, and we'll take this one over any of them in front of our fans.
All right, we'll wrap it there. Thank you, Miles.